What's up? God, this hat always makes my hair look so crazy. That's right. I have hair, believe it or not. It's a nice full head there. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. It's too tight on my head. I'll loosen it up a little bit. And now it's all crooked again. So this live stream is going to consist of more than me just fooling with my hat, if you're wondering. But anyways. Okay, guys. So welcome. We'll wait for some people to join before we really get started. I'm going to go ahead and while we're waiting here, I'm going to go ahead and get the link here and put the link on Twitter so some more people will join us. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and make this happen. So what's up? I hope you guys are all, doing good tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed my my live stream of Crypto Love a couple days ago. That was really cool. So very glad that he was able to join me. I tell you guys what, live streaming, it sounds so easy, right? What year is it? It's 2018. You would think that it would be as easy as just clicking go live. Like when I do my video, it's just me and you guys. It's actually really easy. But when you bring another person into a live stream on Google or on a YouTube, let me tell you, we had to work. I was working for an hour trying to get everything situated, and then we still had a couple echo problems. But it is a big hassle. It is not very easy. So let me put this on Twitter. Don't miss our live stream going on now. Let me hashtag Bit Squad on this, and then we will get started. Bit Squad. Anybody in here? MG, what's up? What is up? All right, let me put this out right here. Paste. Okay, all right. Now we should have some people coming to join us, which will be really fun. It won't just be us. Now that I don't like the three of you guys, I know MG's in here. Who else is in here? Somebody give me a little roll call here so we know who's in. Listen, guys, I got to fix this app. I'm really sorry. It's driving me insane. You know, when you're doing a live stream, also another thing that's crazy is if you look at your head and you want to move your hat in the reflection, it feels like you want to move it that way, but you always got to move it the opposite way. It's like pretty sketchy. So Crypto Daddy-O, what is up? James, alt's finally starting to bounce. That's right, man. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the crypto market right now. So if we go to CoinMarketCap and we look, market cap to 275 billion, so it's still down a little bit. But man, Bitcoin sure has been stuck, hasn't it? It's been stuck between about 73 and 75. It hasn't actually been able to really 74.50. And I think really it's been down to about 72.80, somewhere around there. But it is stuck within about $150 window for the most part. And this is really crazy because you feel like that should be good for the alts. And it has been good for some, for sure, no doubt. But other ones it hasn't been so great for. So the real question is, I'm sorry, I didn't refresh this. Market cap to 282 billion is where it's at right now. Sorry about that. But some of the alts have started to go up today. 0x is up 10%, which is good. It was up to $1.21 earlier. Stellar is up 10%. So once again, we're seeing the ones that are probably getting added to Coinbase doing very well. Cardano up 5%. But, so Bitcoin's actually, guys, I had to refresh that. Bitcoin's at 74.41 right now. So like I said, it's stuck in between about 72.80 and I said 74.20. Right now it's at 74.40. So I think what's been really interesting is that while Bitcoin has been pretty stable over the last 3 or 4 days, we've both seen an altcoin pump, an altcoin dump, and now we've seen the altcoins pumping again. So it's just very interesting to me to watch what Bitcoin is doing to the markets. And it really brings up a question of what would happen if Bitcoin were to absolutely just sit still and be stable. Would we see alts continue to rise, or would we see them also get stuck? So as we keep hoping that there's some kind of decoupling from altcoins and Bitcoin, which sometimes we see it on the downside, which isn't what we want. We want the altcoins to pump no matter what Bitcoin's doing, right? I mean, that's what we all want because we're all invested. What's up, Scout Sniper? Good to see you, man. BCPT just broke out. Let me check that out real quick. Let's see. James alerted me on that one. BCPT. Block Mason Credit Protocol. Is that the one, or did I type that in wrong? BCPT. I don't even know what that is. BCPT. BCPT. Block Mason Protocol. Is that really the one that you're talking about? I've never even heard of it. It's ranked 364. Give me some news on that. Tell me why I should be interested in that. I'd be very, very interested to know how you found this low market cap gem, if you will. So, but like I said, we want to see the altcoins pumping no matter what Bitcoin is doing. It's frustrating when, we're so handcuffed. Are you guys buying the more? Or are you guys accumulating? I mean, I know obviously a lot of people are really spread thin with their crypto right now, but I can always find a little bit more money to put in. I actually bought back into 0x. It dropped all the way down to $1.04 this morning. And right now it's, I think, what is it at? I think I just talked about it. 115, I think. So I had this discussion yesterday about ZRX with my buddy, the Crypto Stash, if you guys have seen him. And he was talking about how he thinks that it is the token itself is doesn't have a lot of use case, but the protocol, it does. So to me, I mean, it's like splicing hairs a little bit, just for the fact that, like, look at the example of XRP, right? A lot of people think XRP is useless and it doesn't actually do anything. However, Ripple's a good company. We talk about it all the time. Maybe not ideologically, but at least in the products they're putting out. And it feels like the quality of the Ripple products are going to continue to pull XRP forward no matter what happens. So I think with as many decentralized exchanges that are going to be using the 0x protocol, even if the token itself doesn't have the strongest use case, I still am very bullish on it. I think it's going to end up in top 5. So let's see. Family, great project on Binance. It's on Binance. How about that? I'll have to check that one out. Let me see. What's it called again? Block Mason Credit Protocol. Yeah. What does it do? Is it kind of like a lending platform? Is it a way to get credit on the blockchain? Very interested in that. And of course, Scout Sniper, Neo, and Ontology. Very bullish on both of those. Those are also some of my favorite projects. Let's see. Neo is up 4% today. Ontology is up also 4% today. So accumulating for sure, trading low volume on nice spikes. Man, I tell you, when the altcoins are pumping, and then all of a sudden you see a huge dip like we saw over the last couple of days, those are some good entry points. So it's much better to get into those low entry points or good entry points and see it doesn't take, like, when ZRX went from $1.04 up to $1.21 today, like, I made a pretty good bit because I got in at that good entry point. So I also I saw a meme out there that I thought was really interesting, or it was a screenshot. It wasn't a meme. It was a screenshot of a guy who said, like, I understand that hodling is not the best way to make money, right? The best way to make money is swing trade if you know how to do it. But he said, I know my limits and I know I suck at it, so I'm gonna hodl, and that's what I'm gonna do, and it's still gonna work out for me. And that's probably true. I think he said I'm a bad trader. Like, if you're a bad trader, then you know what? Just buy some stuff and get in on it, and don't worry about it. Get yourself. I got these hardware wallets here. I'm stoked. I got these people to send me free wallets. So this is the Cool Wallet S here, and then I've got the Keep Key. Oh, that's a reflection of me. Oh my gosh, this is gonna get creepy. But I got the Keep Key here. I'm gonna be reviewing both these. And if you're a bad trader, then just get one of these hardware wallets, buy some crypto, throw it on there, put it in the lockbox, and forget about it. Because trading is a good way to lose money for sure. Oh, just picked up Neo for the first time. What wallet are you using, James? Are you using the Neo wallet or the Neon wallet? I don't know if you saw our review we did on that. But with a Neon wallet, you can watch the gas go up in real time, which is pretty sweet. So how's the connection today, guys? Is it good? I hope I'm not lagging today. I see myself lagging a little bit on the screen, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm hardwired in, so it shouldn't be too bad. And also, thanks guys, appreciate that. With my Crypto Love live stream, how many of you guys watched that? The first 25 minutes were terrible because I had such a bad echo. So I got my mic here. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. Got my mic here. And so I had my little headphones in. That's not where, if I put the headphones in here, that's not going to really work. But anyways, I had my little headphones in, and I had my gain turned up on my mic. So I think that echo we were hearing was my mic picking up my headphones in my ear. So I turned the gain down and it seemed to fix it. So hopefully we won't have those problems again. But man, that was so. We got like 100-something subscribers just from doing that one live stream. So that was really cool. I hope if you're new to our channel or you came over from that, we hope you'll stay and you'll be involved in our community. We call it the Bit Squad, and this is the Bit Box. I just came up with that right now. So you guys should see me when I built this thing. My wife thought I was insane, which I may actually be. But anyways, so let's get back to, let's look at some news. What do you guys think about this? Samsung makes crypto payments possible. So basically, Samsung is going to start collecting crypto payments off of a payment platform that they have a partnership with called CopPay. I don't know how those of you who are on Silk Road feel about something called CopPay, but is that a step? You know, okay, here's a question. This is very interesting. I should put a poll up. Do you think that Apple users or Android users would be more prone to use crypto, or like more interested in crypto? That's a very interesting question. If you had asked that question 5 years ago, I mean, obviously, you know, or 6, 7 years ago, Apple would have been the answer, right? iPhones would have been the answer. But now it seems like the Androids are a little trendier. So, yeah, I mean, maybe Samsung is it. So that might be good for people. I mean, look, guys, when we are in crypto, like I'm assuming all you guys are in crypto, I live crypto like 24/7. I mean, I got a real job and stuff like that, but it's always kind of on my mind. And so for me, I look for opportunities to support things that are crypto oriented. So I would probably never switch to an iPhone unless there was some kind of huge crypto or switch from iPhone to Android, just because I like Apple. I mean, I'm that guy. You know, it took me a long time to finally switch over to Apple. And finally, once I did, I got comfortable with it and I know everything that every app on my phone does. And so I'm sticking with it. But if there was some kind of crypto advantage to switch to Samsung, then I would consider it. So based on the functionality of the phones alone, I wouldn't do it. I'm comfortable with my own phone. I'm good, you know. But let's see. BCPT is a BitMason credit protocol, is a way to store mutually confirmed debit or credit obligations on the blockchain. Just mentioned it because I'm making good money with it as we speak. Swing trade, not shilling. Well, thanks for pointing out you're not shilling. I appreciate that. So that's one I might look into. So that's, you know, with blockchain is very interesting. I've always thought about, you know, credit is going to be a very interesting thing. So it's addicting watching the massive green than watching your gains get destroyed. I don't know if that's addicting. Watching the greens are addicting, but watching your gains get destroyed, that's not fun at all. So, you know, and it's hard sometimes. Like with 0x, I mean, there's been a couple times where I could have scalped some profits since the announcement. It started, I think, let me go back and look. Let me, before I start rambling here, let me look at where 0x was last Friday on the announcement. One good thing is it's hung tough at number 23. It was at 27 before the Coinbase announcement. So 0x, let me pull up the 7-day chart. Actually, I need 8-day chart, so I'll pull up the 1 month here. So let's see. June 21st to July 21st. That would have been the 13th, I think, 7/13. Is that the day it was announced? Let me look here at my calendar. So it would have been last Friday. Yeah, the 13th is when it was announced. So it was at a low on the 13th. It's 75 cents. 75 cents. It got to a high of $1.01 that day. And of course, it got all the way up to $1.31 a couple of days ago. And it's at $1.15 right now. So here's the thing. Like, it's really tough to know when to get out because we are in a bear market, right? If you're in a bull run, like, it's fine. Just take some profits and then jump over to the next thing. But when we're in this bear market, you know, and you're trying to swing trade and you've got something that's as speculative as 0x right now going on Coinbase, it's hard to know because me and my buddy talked about, like, the day it got announced, you know, it might be good to take profits out at $1.01. I was like, oh, it feels like this is the peak. And we didn't, and we were glad because the next day it went back up, and it went up even higher. The next day it went to, $1.16 or $1.18. So probably when it had that sudden giant green candle and got up to $1.30, that would have been a good time to take some profits. But it's hard, especially when you kind of view something as a long-term hold or huddle, because you don't want to jump out, and then that's when it hits that big green candle. And I'm not talking about necessarily like FOMOing. It's just sometimes if you have a long-term perspective on certain projects, it's better just to not even really worry about the day-to-day and just say, okay, like, let's see where we're at in 3 months from now. So that's kind of how I look at some of the projects I'm in, ZRX mainly. Now, after ZRX gets added on Coinbase, we might, once it's actually added and we get a huge pump after that, it may be a good time to take profits. But like going back to that story we talked about earlier with that guy, that there was a meme or that somebody commented his screenshot his comment. If you're a bad trader, then it's better to just hold, in my opinion. So in a bull market, everybody's making money. In a bear market, there's only a few people that are making money. So also be careful who you watch out there. Be careful who you're listening to and who you're making trades off of, what they say. Because, as you guys probably know, it feels like about 70% of tweets you see are sponsored or shills. And you got to think it's not necessarily even like let's say I had a huge Twitter account. We're at 5,000 almost, so we got a pretty good size one, but obviously that's not huge. If I had 100,000 subscribers and I wanted to get into a small, low market cap project, like that low market cap project doesn't have to pay me to shill their, to shill. If it's at like $3 million in market cap, and then I post out to all my followers like, oh, watch out for this one, it's going to be really good. Then, if people go buy it, like at 100,000 followers, you can actually make the market move on those smaller market caps. So you just got to be careful. Like, even though if it doesn't seem like someone's shilling something to you, they may still be doing it. So I know, like with Superman, in his videos and stuff like that, he's not my favorite. I said some other people aren't my favorite, and I've kind of come around on, like Chico Crypto. I said he wasn't my favorite, but I've been watching a little bit more of his videos, and I think he's pretty good. Honestly, I'm trying to live stream with him at some point. So I'm going to reach out to him probably this week. But Superman is a straight shiller. Like, I don't think there's any other way to slice it, right? If you're watching Superman, then you just have to know that's what he's doing. So back in the bull run, there were so many days where he was just talking about projects that were small. Like, I think about Internet Node Token and some other ones like that. Utrust. That, I mean, they're not even that great of projects. And he was talking about them, and as soon as he shilled them, it's like a pyramid effect. When you see Superman shilling something, all of a sudden other YouTubers start shilling it, and it just goes down from there. Influencers and everybody is shilling whatever project it is, and it's just basically a giant pump and dump, So certainly don't ever want to do that on this channel by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm just telling you guys, like, you got to be careful who you watch. You got to always look when someone's talking about a project based on, do they really believe in that project, or do they happen to own it? There's a difference. I told you guys a lot. Like, right now, I don't have any holdings in Basic Attention Token. It's my favorite project. I don't hold any of it, but I'm telling you guys, I really believe in what they're doing. It's just not in my portfolio right now, because I think there's other ones that have a better financial side to them. But as far as believing in the project, like, I believe in it. So you really got to find people out there who absolutely believe in what they're talking about on their videos. And if they're doing like a paid review or something like that, that's fine. I'm okay with people doing paid reviews. I hope one day, some projects will reach out to me. But I promise you guys, I will never do a paid review and not be honest. Like, if I'm reviewing something and it's crappy, like, I'm going to tell you it's crappy. So that's okay. If somebody says like, hey, this is a paid review, I'm about to tell you about this project, that's okay. You go into that listening to it and understanding that that's a paid review. They were prompted to review this, not they found this project and they love it and, they believe in it. So I think really when you're trying to pick out long-term holds and you're basing it on other people's opinions, of course, do your own research, but you got to find the ones that people actually believe in and not that they're just shilling. So, okay. I like Chico Crypto Kelly's life. Yeah, I really turned on him. Like I said, I think he's good. He's very entertaining, which is really good. And I think that he's definitely a person who I got on my target to live stream with. So, and then some other people. There's like a couple different kind of sects, SECTS, of YouTubers out there, and there's one or two of them that I probably don't want a lot to do with, and there's some other ones that I do. So, if you guys know any YouTubers that are my size or bigger that you guys think I should collaborate with, let me know for sure. Thoughts on Zencash? Honestly, Zencash is one I don't know a ton about. Honestly, I think it was I haven't done a review on it, and so honestly, like I can't give you a good opinion on that. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna make something up. So, if you had enough money for one Bitcoin, would you buy that or diversify? What's your opinion? Let me get to the next question first. I'll come back to that one because that might be a long conversation. Crypto Zombie. Crypto Zombie is I like him. I like his videos. I think he's better than a lot of people. But that's it seems like there's a little group of YouTubers that kind of like to just work with each other and don't like to really get outside of their little bubble. And I don't know, he may be one of them. So no, I'll reach out to him. I'll see what he says. I mean, it can't hurt to reach out. Yeah. So back to this question about if I had money for one Bitcoin, would you buy that or diversify? So it depends. Like the safest bet is to take that and put it into Bitcoin. That's safe. I mean, I've talked about it a lot on this channel. I believe Bitcoin is the end all be all. I think one day it's going to be the world currency, and Satoshis are going to be worth probably a penny a piece. That's my guess. I think equivalent to about what right now a penny will buy. That's what one Satoshi will be worth. If not more, maybe a nickel. I don't know. But I do think that is where we are going with Bitcoin. However, the reason why you invest in altcoins, in my opinion, is to gain Satoshis. You want your altcoins to gain Satoshis at a faster rate than Bitcoin. So that way, eventually one day you'll be able to switch it all over to Bitcoin. And that's basically the way that I look at it. So if you were asking me, like, I don't own a lot of Bitcoin, but I have Satoshis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a lot of Bitcoin in my portfolio because it grows kind of slow. Obviously, when it goes parabolic, like with the altcoins, they grew faster. You had NEO that was like up 80,000%. So that's what I'm doing. So no, I don't own a lot of Bitcoin, but yes, I own Satoshis. And so for me personally, I would take that amount of one Bitcoin and I would probably disperse it to about 4 different projects. Like what's the point of having $100 in something? Like you don't. Now look, okay, for some of you guys, you may come from different countries or you may be in a bad poverty situation. Like that's probably, in that case, like maybe $100 is a lot of money to you. But to me, I'm not going to diversify my portfolio, and I will be sensitive of that. Like I understand it may be a lot to you, but for me, and I'm not a millionaire by any stretch of the imagination, but for me, $100 in a project isn't going to do much for me. Like if it triples, okay, I make $300, or I make $200. But if I have $1,500 in a project and it triples, like, okay, now I've made some money, and of course there's other people that say like, oh, you made $3,000. That's not a lot to me. And that's okay. But for me, I think that's why I like when I diversify, I don't diversify too much. So I never really want less than about $500 in a project. I really want over 1,000 in different projects if I'm going to diversify. That's my personal strategy because when they start to go up, like you can actually see significant gains. And you want to take advantage if you have an altcoin that pumps, right? Like let's say you own 4 different altcoins and you've got one of them that does a 3x or a 4x during a bull run, or even higher. But I'm just using that for example. Then you're going to make significant gains. So if you diversify too much and, you got an altcoin that goes up 3x, 4x, but you only make a couple $100 for it, is that like worth it? That's just the way that I personally approach it. So, okay, let me go back up here. I should check out Zencash. I should. You're right. I don't like to not know any projects in the top 100 very well. So, OMG and Quantum. I think OMG is pretty good. It's kind of like Request Network, right? Where they're trying to help other people take crypto, I believe. Quantum is a super scalable blockchain. Neither one of those two are ones I'm super interested in. They're not two that I hold. But I have done a review on Quantum, and I like what Quantum is doing. I think Omize Go is also one that is pretty good. I'm not discouraging anyone from getting in on those, but personally, those are not two that are on my, I would say, like my top 20, for instance. So, LOL, I'll start a YouTube just to chat with you, bro. Let's rock this. Yeah, that would be cool. Come on, let's do it. Get your subscribers up first. Snipers Tube. I don't know Snipers Tube. I know Crypto Kirby. I might. Those are some good ones I might check out. Snipers Tube. Let me look him up real quick. I like to know what these people look like. Do you guys do that for everybody? Like, I'm such a creeper. Like, I might talk to somebody on the phone from a store, and like I'll try to look them up and see if I can find them. Does that make me a creeper? I just want to know what the person on the other side of me looks like. So, okay, Snipers Tube. Okay, yeah, I've never even heard of this guy, but he does pretty good. He's got 44,000 subscribers. I will I'll check him out. So, yes, alts are ladders for more Bitcoin. Agree. Shoots and ladders, guys. Use those alts in the whole exact. That's it. I'm going to read this comment out loud so everybody hears it. Shoots and ladders, guys. Use those alts in the hole to collect fractional Bitcoin or Satoshis. Good financial advice from a non-financial advisor. All investments have inherent risk. Yeah, 100%. That's the goal. Increase your Satoshis. So that's personally what I like. So what about $100 is super low caps like in Vasio? Let me look that one up real quick. So I'm trying to understand your question. So are you saying if you have $100, it's okay to invest it into super small market cap projects, or like put $100 in it in Vasio, for instance? Oh, peace. They got the peace sign as our logo. That's cool. They got a pretty low market cap or total supply, 60 million tokens. I assume it's probably ERC20. The market cap is about $1.1 million, so very small. Volume is almost non-existent. Circulating supply is 47 million. I mean, the numbers look okay on it. I mean, the volume doesn't look good, honestly, or obviously, but so yeah, that does bring up another point. I would definitely say that, you know, if you do want to diversify down to, let's say, $100, like that's okay for sure to put some money in. You guys know Miss Natoshi on Twitter? I guess you guys know her. She's in this little group I'm in, the Satoshi Droppers. We got a real cool video coming out in the next couple weeks about that. She hasn't commented in there a lot because she's obviously like she's the biggest person in our group. But she comes in there sometimes and she shared like, you know, a little bit of her story with us. And I thought it was so cool. I don't know if you guys saw where she got into it with another really big Twitter guy. He had like, you know, 50,000 subscribers, whatever it was, or 50,000 followers. They got into it on Twitter and he was saying like, oh, you're just a thought, you know, THOT. You're just, you know, you're riding the coattails of, you know, your boyfriend or whatever it might be. And that really irritated me because honestly, like I know a little bit about her story, which is kind of cool. She put before the bull back in January last year, she put $500 into a low market cap that was at 1 Satoshi. It was a 1 Satoshi. And that thing went up to like 1,600 Satoshis. And then the rest is history for her. I mean, she's been making money ever since. So I'll let you guys do that math on your own. But I do think there is value. But here's the difference, okay? When I'm investing in a project and I'm putting $1,500 into a project, it's because I believe in that project. And I feel pretty safe. The company's not going to go under. The project is going to succeed. I'm not going to invest in anything that I think will not be here 10 years from now. That's one strategy I have. I think 80 to 90% of the projects we have right now, if not more, will not be here in 10 years. So I try to invest in those, right? But I like to gamble a little bit too, you know. You guys like to gamble? I went to a Blockchain World Conference, a little poker, you know, made some money. It was good. I don't know if any of you guys live near anywhere that's got poker, but maybe if I'm ever around you, we can go play together. But, you know, I like to gamble a little bit. So when I'm investing, and some people will tell you all crypto is a gamble. I don't really believe that. I think I believe in it to the point where I would say it's not. You could say like the dollar is a gamble. The bottom could drop out of it, you know. So when it comes to low market caps, you're gambling. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But you can't be mad if you invest in something that's at 1 Satoshi if it goes under. You can't be mad if you lose $100 or $500 or however much you want to put into a project like that. You can't be mad if it goes under. You're gambling. That project has not been around long enough and had enough behind it, enough support or anything like that for you to determine whether it's going to be successful or not. So for that reason, you have to understand with those low markets, with Invacio, you're gambling. There's no question about it. If it is not in the top, I could really argue 50, but if it's definitely not in the top 300, I would say, and that does not include all of the ones in the top 300, but if it's not in the top 300, I would probably say closer to the top 50. I would say top 100, probably top 100, then you're gambling. Anything outside of that. And that's my personal opinion. So, okay, let me go back up before I get to that. So, Jack loves gambling. That's good. What do you like to play? I got a pretty good hit. For me, it's pretty good. I put $100 or I put $50 on a number on roulette and it hit. So it was kind of cool. It's just one time. I just walked over the roulette table, put $50 down on 33 and it hit. So I won like almost $1,800, which was pretty cool on that one little, just throwing $50 down. I like roulette, but the thing with roulette is if you play it a lot, you'll definitely lose. No question about it. With poker, you can play a lot and win. But with roulette or any of those table games, you're definitely going to lose over time. So if you can go get a quick hit, then that's pretty good. Okay, so Apollo is I love playing Texas Hold'em. I used to travel around with the circuit a little bit, go to several stops a year and play. I made a final table at one, which is pretty cool. But for the in Las Vegas for the World Series of Poker, you get a bracelet, but on the circuit you get a ring. So I got 6th. So I was so close to getting that ring, and yeah, it really sucked. I wish I could have won it, but I'm going to cry if I keep talking about it. So Apollo is about to launch on Coinbean. Okay. That's good. Thanks for letting us know that. Dollar is not a gamble. It's guaranteed to go down in value. Did I tell you guys about my Wendy's double stack? I went the other day and realized it was $2.80. Like 12, 13 years ago, it was 99 cents on the 99-cent menu. That right there tells you everything you need to know about the dollar. Everything. It's guaranteed to go down in value. The more they print, the less it's worth. And we guys know, or we know that they like to print money. Magic money printing machine. That is what the U.S. Mint is. So maybe one day they'll come after me for saying things like that. But it's a true fact. I've been sitting on EBTC for a while. Yeah, I've been seeing this one. What's up with this eBitcoin? It's not. It's an ERC20, right? It's not Bitcoin. Yeah, because it's got a little Ethereum logo there. Tell me about that one. Give me something to look at on that one, because that one it's got a 21 million, just like Bitcoin. Circulating supply is about the same. Volume isn't great. Market cap is low. These are ones where you can make a lot of money if they do hit. If you happen to put that money on 33 and it hits, you're going to cash out pretty good. So small caps are risky, but can be very lucrative. Never invest more than you can lose. Absolutely. I would say the thing about the small caps is you want to wait almost for a confirmed bull run to start investing in those small caps. That's my personal opinion. Or at least where we feel like we're getting more traction, because I invested in some lower cap ones during the bear market. And let me just say like this, I might as well have just thrown the money away. So, bottom dropped out of $1 a long time ago, 21 trillion in the hole, and our budget's 4.5 trillion a year. We're essentially bankrupt. That's true. What's going to happen? If you were listening to the Coin Boys podcast with Bitcoin Bella last week, they were talking about the economy and the state of the world's economy, and how basically what's going to have to happen is all of these countries are just going to have to forgive each other's debts. Like, that's it. There's no way around it. You guys like these? I love these things. They're so good. I'm addicted to carbonation. I'm trying not to drink so much soda. These are good. Okay, I put money on 33 as well. That's my number, dude. 33, that's my number. I've hit it a few times. So play the bingo ball slot. Choose all the same numbers in a row. Maybe change the last number on 2 cards. Bingo ball. I don't mess around with slot machines, man. Really, honestly. Maybe change the number on the last. That's a slot machine, I guess. Obviously, you said slot. So, yeah, I don't mess with slot machines, really, man. They're not. You go through so much money so fast on slot machines. Like, it's crazy. Like, $100 will last you like 5 minutes, sometimes. So that's why I don't like to do it. And they're the worst odds in the whole casino. And yet that's what most people do. So I'm not saying this with you, James. I'm not going to say it. But do you know why people play slot machines at the casino? It's because they're intimidated. Most people play slot machines because they're intimidated by the table games. They don't know how to play them. They don't know how the rules work. They might sit down and try to play one time, and they might make a wrong move, and the people at the table get mad at them. Like I almost saw a fist fight one time when a lady said, that girl didn't actually win over there. She had a diamond and a heart, and there were 3 hearts out there, and the dealer thought that she had a flush, and she didn't. And this is a big no-no. Don't ever do this. She was like, she didn't win over there. You shouldn't be giving her money. Let me tell you, it got real crazy real quick in that casino. So there is an etiquette to it, but that's why a lot of people are doing slot machines, because they're intimidated by the tables, the play, the pace, things like that. But if you like to gamble and, go get to know the table games. I know how to play almost all of them. So, I sound like a gambling addict. I play a casino a couple times a year, maybe. Do you like where GoChain is going? Do you think they have what it takes to compete with Ethereum ecosystem? They look to be aiming the enterprise market. Honestly, at this point today, I feel like nothing can compete with Ethereum. Who are the 2 biggest competitors right now? I would say would be like Tron and EOS, and I don't super believe in either one of them. So, there may be an opportunity for something like GoChain to really make it happen. But personally, I'm going to stay away from anything that the basis is it's the Ethereum killer. If somebody tells me this is the Ethereum killer, I'm going to stay away from it until I see Ethereum struggle, until I see it fall off. I will say the gas clog, or the clog with the gas on the network was pretty discouraging, but they're already kind of in the process of fixing that with Casper and the sharding that's coming out. So very interesting. So, okay, but I don't know, man. If you know that tomorrow is going to be daylight because you live in the East Coast and the sun comes out every day, would that be gambling? I don't think so. Reason why I got crypto. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I don't think crypto's a gamble in general. I think cryptocurrency is going to be here no matter what. So, but you can invest in risky projects. That is a thing you can do. Obviously, we saw it with BitConnect, right? How many people lost everything they had in BitConnect? And it doesn't make – if you were in BitConnect, I'm sorry. I apologize. I feel bad for you. But everyone who was in crypto at the time that I feel like I talked to kind of knew it was a Ponzi scheme. So, but there are only some that are risky. So, EBTC has been fighting over all the free work, but sent a good update. Okay, cool. I'll check that out. I never did till this. Never gambled until crypto. What are your top 5 picks? My top 5 picks: ZRX, Neo, Stellar. It gets a little dicey after there. Obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, but if you're not asking me to include those, I would put Ontology in there for sure, and Binance Coin or Ethereum Classic. That's 6. So you can pick either one of those at the end. That right now would be my top 5. It changes a lot. So I always throw a 5 chip on the zeros just in case. Slots are fastest way to lose. Agree with both of that. I've definitely won some money on green too on roulette. So guys, I used to kill it on roulette. That's the thing. I won so much money playing roulette in Vegas in such a short amount of time that I know that the odds are so against me right now. And that's my weird gambling math. I know literally it doesn't make sense, but I feel like anytime I play roulette and I sit down at a table to play, I'm just trying to get back all that money that I won in the past. So, I will never have a lucky streak like I had before. I was killing it. I won $20,000 in 2 back-to-back trips. So, that's with me maybe betting $1,000 here or there. That's not, with me walking in there with $100,000 in my pocket or anything like that. So, Crypto Daddy, I'm not holding hardly any alts for months now. Just a few I bought at ICO, and I hold some BNB. Okay, BNB is a good one to have. So, have my ruler technique. You look around for someone with luck. Sit in a place where you can watch and push the button at the same time. Haha, and it works. Yeah, sometimes you gotta play off other people's luck. I've met a guy who said he won scratch off lottery tickets consistently by just buying the next ticket after everybody else, because he said, I'm not playing my luck, I'm playing someone else's bad luck. So I don't know. Once again, that's gambling math. It doesn't actually make sense, but when you gamble, you understand that way of thinking, So heading into the end of this year, is there any merit to the theory about pre-tethering, anticipating a specific date due to historical drops and restaking mid 2019. I don't think we're dropping. I mean, guys, I don't think we're dropping. I've said it a lot of times. We may. It's possible. Some of those TA people will tell you we're still dropping. But I don't think there's going to be a date where things are going to fall off a cliff. I mean, I think if we do go back down, it's going to be slow and steady, like it's been. It might dip $300 or $400 at a time, but we're not heading towards a cliff right now. I mean, if we were heading toward a cliff, it was during January. It wasn't right now. Like, I want you guys to think about this. People talk all the time about we're going down so far, so much further. We're going down to $1,000. Bitcoin's going to be at $600. First of all, if Bitcoin, I can tell you this. If Bitcoin hits $3,000, there ain't no way it's going lower than that. People are going to sell their houses. I swear to you, if it gets down less than $3,000, I will sell my house. That's how much I believe in it. I will sell my house if it gets that low. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. So I definitely don't think that that's going to happen. So many of the altcoins are down 90 to 95%. I mean, they've risen a little bit, but let's just say a couple weeks ago when we were down around 5,800, you got things that were down 96, 97%. Like, how much lower can you go? How much lower can you go if you're down that much? Bitcoin down 70%. How much further can it go? You know, there's not a lot of room for it to keep moving down, in my opinion. So, if you had a stock that was down 70%, it wouldn't be anybody that would be like, oh, you need to wait till it goes down another 20%. Like, that doesn't even make sense. So I could be proven wrong. Always keep in mind, not financial advice. Is only my personal opinion. I'm more of an FA, fundamental analysis person, not necessarily a TA, technical analysis person. But in my personal opinion, I don't think it's going down much further. So that's not something I would be really trying to do. Izoff, is that your name, Izoff? So Elastos, love Elastos. I considered putting it in my top 5. I do think Elastos is a really, really, really good pick. I think they are going to have a new internet faster than any other project out there. They already have a working product on Android. So definitely one it just got listed on KuCoin, was it? So Americans can buy it now. So that's definitely a good one if you can hold that. So you should go to my casino in Connecticut. Yeah, to Foxwoods. God, I've always wanted to go there. When can I go up there? That's a good question. I'm going to start planning my trip. I'm going to Florida in a couple weeks. I'll probably hit up the Hard Rock down there, but we should go to the casino. Yeah. So if I'm ever up there in Connecticut, I will definitely hit you up. Bitcoin Wisdom, I shake it a bit, but it's the only slot I was recently shown that is consistently hitting, plus rack up the points. Yeah, now look, for people that are professional slot machine players, I mean, really video poker, there are people that do it professionally. You're not making money off the slot machines. You're making the money off of like the rake back and the benefits that you get. There's a machine in some of the casinos that has 102% payback when you get like the points with it and stuff like that. So you know, you can get free hotel rooms and stuff, but there's a way to actually turn those into cash. But I'm not that into slot machines to really figure that out. So let me tell you guys this. This is very interesting. I never use a player's card. You ever go sit down at the poker table? What's that dealer saying? Oh, let me get your player's card. Oh, no problem. You just get one up at the front. I feel like I'm the only person that would rather not get comps to protect my identity. I don't want people knowing if I walk out there with $12,000 in poker winnings, like I'm going to go try to cash it in 3 different times. I didn't got to cash it in all at once. But I don't want a casino tracking me. And yeah, it's a casino tracking device. I don't mess with it. I do not mess with players' cards. So they're like, oh, you get a free room or you get a free basket of chicken tenders. Yeah, screw your basket of chicken tenders. Sorry. I'll go get my freaking burger if I want it when I'm hungry. So I'm a poker playing machine. I can play guys, I can play poker for a long time. I played like 60 hours in a row once. That's not drug induced at all. 0 drugs. I don't drink at the casino. I don't do anything. I've been sober completely for 11 years now. But I am a poker playing machine. So I can sit down and play forever. One of the biggest tournaments I ever won, I had been up for like 48 hours. And I started and I was like, I need to go to sleep, but I'll play this tournament and then I won it. So it was pretty cool. So I sat down at a slot. A lady came up next to me and won $2.3 million off $20. And I was eyeing that. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. Oh man, that's gotta eat you up right there. That person right next to you hitting it big. So Bitcoin can't even go below the 58 mark. ZRX is my ladder to more BTC. Same on both of those. BNB, ETC, Ontology are my faves. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there. I also thought about Cardano. That's another one. Like I was talking with Crypto Love, he said Charles Hoskinson said they haven't even started to market yet. So when they start to market, watch out for that one. So, no, I would buy up as much as I could. Since you are bullish on NEO, do you think that projects that are being built on NEO, like, for example, Moonlight, that's a decentralized app, I believe, which City of Zion dev team are a part of, they're the people that do the Neon wallet, have a good chance out of the eight? Yes, let me tell you guys, one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on NEO is because of the Net5 tokens. And Moonlight is an app, right? It's a decentralized app being built. I don't think it's technically a Net5 token. But the key's working with the Chinese government for identity verification to fix our social security system. So obviously the key is super bullish on it. Ontology is super bullish on it. Deep Brain Chain is another one that's doing a lot of cool stuff with AI that I really, really like. There's some other ones, AlphaCat, and some of the other ones are slipping my mind right now. But yeah, I love the Net5 tokens. I think that's part of the reason why I'm so bullish on NEO. So Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun, I'm going to have to go hit that up. So no players card here. Will I ignore the dealer? Absolutely. Bitcoin is breaking up right now. Yeah, so when I started doing the video, I forgot to refresh the Bitcoin cap here. Let's see, what's it sitting at right now? Is it still 74? 74.39. I would like to see that thing go up over 75. That would be a big mark. What did you guys think about yesterday when it dropped down, or when it peaked, it went up, like on Binance? People said they saw it on the chart. It went up to 77 something and went right back down to 73. So I don't know. That was a weird thing that happened because it doesn't even, like on CoinMarketCap, it doesn't even show up on the chart. But yet some people are showing charts of that. So 60 hours. Well, yeah, man. So, I live in Georgia, right? So I live in Georgia. We don't have any casinos. The cheapest casino, or the closest one, is Cherokee in North Carolina, which they've got a huge WSOP stop. It's the biggest WSOP circuit event. But unfortunately, like, there's just not anywhere for me to play. So when I go somewhere on a trip to play, like, yeah, I want to play, because I only have so many hours. Like, I can play online. Online's not really that fun, personally. I really prefer playing in person. You can't really get reads on people online unless you're using those trackers. And my brain just doesn't work that way with the trackers. I'm very, I get very emotional when I play, and you lose that factor. And I shouldn't be emotional when I play poker. I understand that. But like, I work on feeling a lot when I'm playing live, and I just can't get that online. So when I go somewhere to play, like, you're dang right, I'm going to play. So I'm going to play for as long as I can possibly play. And then I'll sleep on the plane on the way home. So it's all the oxygen they pump in. Yes, that is true too. They do that. Do you guys know that potpourri smell in casinos? I hate that. The MGM in Las Vegas, their potpourri is so strong smelling. Like, I cannot walk in the casino. The Mirage is also like that. I'm trying to think. There are some other ones. Treasure Island, is that still a casino in Las Vegas? I don't know if it closed down or not. I think it's still there. That one, I can't handle that one either. So I don't need freaking potpourri in my casino. They're trying to cover up cigarettes, which hopefully over time, no offense if you smoke cigarettes, I used to myself when I was much younger. But a lot of casinos aren't even allowing smoking anymore. So I hope we get to a place where more casinos don't allow smoking, so I don't have to have that nasty potpourri. It smells disgusting. Okay, it's what I did with the winnings. I bought a really good burger with fries and left. Yeah, you're dang right. That's what I always do when I leave the casino. You always got to hit up the restaurant. They got some nice ones at the Blockchain World Conference. It was at Harrah's in Atlantic City, and I had Guy's Sandwich Shop, Guy Fieri. Have you guys ever seen him without his crazy hair, like with normal hair? I used to make so much fun of that guy and couldn't stand him until I saw what he looked like without the blonde spikes. And then you realize, like, yeah, bro, go ahead and keep those. Go ahead and keep those blonde spikes. You kind of look ridiculous without them. He loses all of his persona, So, but I had a buffalo chicken sub there that was really, really, really good. So, Ocon MX, where are you at in Georgia? Let me know. Let me know something. I spent the day installing CG Miner on all gaming PCs at a local electronics store. Oh, okay, cool. I'm in Gainesville, so we're pretty close then. Awesome. People had sell orders. This is where groupthink kills us. All these sell orders set in. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I've heard the major resistance is at 7,700. That's what I hear. That's what I've been hearing people say. I don't do TA, but that's the rumor. So it made sense that we would have had it was almost like it went up and then you could just feel the pressure going back down so fast. So if you looked at what happened when we were at 5,800, we had those violent spikes back up. It'd go down to 58 and then whoop, when it would go up, it'd go up to 71 or 72. So we saw the reverse on that where we had this spike, it spiked up to 77 and whoop, got pushed back down even further than before it went up. So very interesting. So let's see here. I had some other stories. We haven't talked any news. That's okay. I mean, we can just chat about whatever. It don't matter to me. Let's see. Facebook restores Coinbase crypto ads. No intent to block legitimate companies. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that this is going to be good for the market? Because to me, people seeing crypto ads on Facebook is really good. So it says legitimate company, so maybe we won't see James Altucher or Tai Lopez show up on our news feeds on Facebook. But, some good legitimate companies are going to be able to be advertising again. So does that mean that we'll see people rushing back into the markets? Maybe not rushing, but at least slowly coming back in. It's a big question. I think that Coinbase is definitely, or that Facebook restoring Coinbase ads and then other legitimate companies. I think it's good for crypto. What do you guys think? We're in this catch-22 with Facebook. We talk about a lot. We hate it because it represents everything we hate, but yet it's good for crypto. So very interesting. What do you think about Ambrosus and Mod? I don't know Mod. What is that? MOD? Modem? Honestly, I don't know much about that one. It's 310. I did a review on Ambrosus, and here's what I decided on Ambrosus. I think Ambrosus is a good project. I think that this is this big dilemma in crypto. Like, what are we going to see? Are we going to see more laser focused projects do well? Or are we going to see ones that are like platform or something like Walton Chain that's tracking all kinds of stuff? So Ambrosus is just pretty much doing food and pharmaceuticals. So will that hurt them that they're going so specific? Or will say Walton Chain that's doing more, or Origin Trail, for instance, that's doing more tracking, will they do better? So that is, I think it's a good project, but I think it just comes down to philosophical debate. Where do you fall? I personally fall on the fact that, or on the side of, I believe that projects that do more have a better chance to succeed. So Crypto Stash, what is up? I was just talking to him before we came on. If you guys aren't following the Crypto Stash, you guys go hit him up. He is very knowledgeable about crypto. Yeah, he definitely more on the technical side than me for sure. So I lean on him for some understanding sometimes with some of the projects. So you guys go follow Crypto Stash. He's you'll really like his content. So I want to advertise on Facebook, and they have not approved me yet. Guess only for big guys. Yeah, I tried to advertise my cartoon when I first came out with my channel. When I first came out with the idea for my cartoon, and I got denied. I got shut down on a cartoon. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I deleted my Facebook page, but maybe I bring it back at some point now. Since it looks like down the road it'll be much easier. So, or Craig Grant, this is my Bitcoin wallet. This Bitcoin I earn. Yeah, I got those BitConnect guys. They drive me crazy, right? Yes, it's a big problem. I bought ETH because I saw an ad on Facebook saying it's the next Bitcoin. Well, seemed like that was a pretty good ad. Canceled my subscription with James Altucher. Surprised they refunded me. Same. I wouldn't believe that. Or I do believe it because you're telling me, but James Altucher, man. James Altucher, Tai Lopez, like those guys, they don't care about crypto. You know what they care about? They care about marketing. They're marketers. If it's hot, they're going to sell it. So you can't really give them any credence or credibility. So I don't listen to James Altucher. I don't listen to Tai Lopez. I don't listen to anybody that pops up on my news feed that says, hey, I got this, Stansberry Research is another one. I don't listen to any of those people. So they are excellent marketers, and that's it. They don't know anything about cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin needs to pump hard. That's what brings massive amount of dumb money. Absolutely. That's pretty obvious. I agree with you there for sure. I say it's pretty obvious. Maybe some people don't realize that, but we do need Bitcoin to pump pretty hard, we don't necessarily need it to pump hard. Like that needs to be the end result, But what we need is we need a catalyst. So I was hoping the Ethereum news about not being a security would be the catalyst. The Coinbase additions, so far we are up from that. So that may have been, the first step towards us going up. But we need some kind of catalyst to get. It's not the pump, it's the excitement. So pump is going to always lead to excitement. So, but you don't necessarily have to have the pump for the excitement. Crypto Daddy-O, let me know if you want to go bass fishing on Lake Okeechobee. When you come to Florida, my friend's a guide, and we slay him. Cool, man. I'm more of a hunter than a fisher. Oh, God, I hope you guys don't kill me for that if you don't like hunting. Definitely more of a hunter than a fisher, but I'm going to be down in West Palm Beach in a couple weeks. So that's actually, Crypto Love's down there, too. I'm going to go hang out with him, which is pretty cool. So sorry if you think I'm a deer killer. I've only killed 2, so yeah, I feel bad for the deer, too. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Crypto Stash, but my kids are always like, we'll see a deer on the road, and they'll be like, Daddy, don't kill that one. Like, I make it sound like I'm freaking Rambo. I'm not. But anyways, so let's see. Crypto Stash was recently going all over San Diego. Yeah, Crypto Stash, did you find anywhere, by the way, to spend that? Don't hit with your car. I don't. You sound like my kids. What are your thoughts on Silent Notary? Silent Notary is one I've been seeing a lot about. I don't know that much about it. Gosh, I hate you LA guys. I want to come out there and hang out with you guys, but it's so far. Okay, cool, man. 3 spots to spend that. First Georgia boy that doesn't fish. Well, my grandparents have a lake, and so I grew up fishing, and honestly, like by the time I was about 8 years old, I was fished out. I got my first fish at like 18 months by myself, and I fished every day for years and years. And I know, like, for most people that have fished or big fishers, they're like, yeah, you should have just kept doing it. But for me, I got burnt out with it. And, I'm not patient enough. Like, I know if I'm going out on a boat, I'm just going to be playing on my phone. So I'm going to be looking at CoinMarketCap. Yeah, noobs like excitement and buy at the top. Yes, that's absolutely true. Obviously, if there's excitement and then follows a pump, there will be a bigger pump because of people coming in. What's funny is the people that bought at the top last time that are staying away because they got burnt, they'll be the same people that buy at the top again next time. So very interesting. Fishing for alts. Yeah. Well, I'm going to reel them in, New money has to come in. Absolutely. We've got to have new money coming in. I saw where ETF could drag out for years. I don't believe that. I think by February it'll be in. That's my personal opinion. I think maybe by September. Crypto Daily was talking about it today. I think, but we don't have to have an ETF for bull run. So if it does drag out for years, they're not dependent on one another. ETF would probably help, obviously, and could take it to another level. But what would be really cool is if we could go ahead and get on some kind of run, and then like about where we started falling off last time, all of a sudden ETF comes in February. Like, let's say bull run starts in September, ETF comes in February at the end of the bull run. Man, that would really probably be pretty good. So I'd like to see a catalyst after things are already going well. So that's close. City of Angels, you got to eat. Poor deer, don't hit with your car. And look, when I go hunting, I've killed 2 deer in the last couple of years. My whole family hunts. I didn't start hunting until recently. And that's the only reason I go is to, get to meet. It feeds our family for a long time. Like you get so much. If you've never hunted and gotten venison, then you don't understand how much you get. Like we eat that for like a straight month, pretty much every meal. So, and that's also the only way I can get my wife to let me go. It's for the food. I'm a hunter. I'll let her gather it up and cook it. So, God, that sounded really sexist. I'm not sexist. I didn't mean that. Not a snowflake either, but I'm not sexist. Let's see. First Georgia Bud does fish. Filming next weekend. Fishing for alts. Tell you guys, my workmates are always ragging on me because I'm in crypto, saying it's a scam. Look, they're definitely going to ask you how to get into it. I talked about it. When did I talk about this? Maybe on my news video last night, that Noah in the Ark meme that I saw. Wolf of Bitcoins on Instagram, sent a little group of men. He made that. That's where we're at, guys. You are Noah, and all of those people that are telling you crypto's a scam, they're no coiners or normies, whatever you want to call them, they are going to be left out of the boat. People say like, oh, it's not going to be really easy to be a millionaire. Personally, I believe that it is going to be pretty easy to be a millionaire. If I would have sold my Bitcoin a couple of years ago, I would be a millionaire right now, but I sold out of it. So I think it is possible. I think the moon and the Lambo stuff, like it's a big joke we all talk about, but there are legitimate gains to be made. And it feels like when you're in crypto, like, yeah, but everybody can't get rich. Well, yeah, all the people that aren't going to be making money, those are all the people that are not wanting to get into crypto, saying it's a scam. So once it gets back up to 20,000, you know what? Some of those people will try to get in and then they'll lose again probably. But the people that are going to make money in crypto are not people that just throw money in and, you know, forget about it. I mean, that is a strategy. I was talking about that earlier. What I mean by that is the people that are going to get rich in crypto are the people who are dedicated to it and are constantly learning more and are involved. The more you learn, like the more involved you can be in projects. Like who knows? Maybe you have a career in blockchain in the future. Maybe it's just marketing or whatever it might be, and you don't even know it yet. So a lot of these people are getting left out in the cold and don't really know about this huge revolution that's going on right now. So I think it's pretty cool. So I've got hunt with bow and arrow. I just use a gun. I mean, call me lame, but so okay, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys my hunting story. Like this is my hunting story. So I grew up like right in a country family. My family's pretty country. You know, I don't know. Maybe you guys think I have an accent. Sometimes I overemphasize my Southern accent, but I was a little different than the rest of my family. You know, like I was pretty, you know, more into sports than anything redneck or country. And so my whole family hunts. And so when I was a kid, we went hunting. I was probably 12, and I missed a deer 9 times. No, I'm sorry, 7 times with a gun, about 30 yards away. The next day, I went back out, and I missed a deer 9 times. Now, it was much further away. But so 16 shots at 12 years old, and I never hit it. And so that was the last time I went until I was 32 or 33, because my family made fun of me for years and years and years. And so finally, a couple years ago, I dropped one with 1 shot. No misses in the middle there. And so, you know, I shoot with a gun, but, you know, I've got a lot of baggage I've been carrying for a lot of years. So it was finally good to where that story has a happy ending for me, not necessarily for the deer. It was a really sad day for the deer. So, but I'm interested in hunting with an arrow at with you know, a bow at some point. So, made some research. In my opinion, EFT approval by August will not happen. Agree with it being Q1 2019. Not even established markets get ETFs so fast. Yeah, agree with that. Financial freedom equals profits. That is true. Yes, yes. Moon and Lambo love it. I think, you know, look, guys, this may not be a popular opinion for crypto influencers. I'd love to have the Lambo, you know, maybe one day we'll see. I mean, you see the guy from Decentralized TV, he's got one. So hopefully in the future, and maybe it's years and years and years off, and maybe it never happens. But really what I'm in crypto for financially is I want to be able to own my own house. We're about halfway paying through our loan. We got a 15-year loan. I'd like to be able to pay my house off, pay both my cars off, and not have to depend so much on the money from my job, you know? So, you know, that's my goals in crypto, but you know what? A Lambo would be nice. It would certainly be sweet, you know? I don't know. Maybe if I pay my house off, I can afford a $4,000 a month payment. I'm just kidding. I couldn't afford that. So I'm certainly not a millionaire. So some people in crypto, some of those influencers are, but I'm not. So, now if I would have held on to my Bitcoin that I bought in 2012, I would be a multimillionaire, but unfortunately I'm not. So question would be when to sell when we start going to the moon. Yeah, I think that's something that brings up a really good point. And I talked about this on Twitter. I made a little comment about, which is it'll be really interesting to see how crypto handles another bull run, or crypto Twitter, or the group that we're in, because I think a lot of people will be very, very, very scared, you know, not to sell at the top. So we're set up perfectly for the bill. Yes, I do believe the next bull run will be the biggest in history. That's not true. I believe we have 3 epic bull runs coming. Obviously spread out maybe years from each other, but I believe probably 3 super parabolic bull runs are going to be in the future. So with this next one, what we're really doing is we're trying to pick the people up off the floor that got burnt in the last one. So you weren't meant to hit that deer. That deer probably produced hundreds of others. And so in turn, Karma said, this guy gets a deer. Thank you so much for that. I love the way you put that, because I was really embarrassed for a long time. I wouldn't even pick up a gun for a while. So Lambo or wreck, dude, I had like 700,000 XL. And I sold them for 3.5 Bitcoin. XL, I don't even know what that is. What is that? What is XL? XLC? No, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. What is that? Honestly, I don't know. Satoshi droppers. That's it. You guys, I'm telling you guys wait for this sweet video we got coming out. It's going to be cool. So, volume coming in, passive income. Woohoo. Golly. $500,000, huh? Yeah, that's That sucks, man. See, my loss of my millions of dollars in Bitcoin is what motivates me to keep going. Like that's what motivates me to be involved in crypto because I saw what happened when I was happy. I made $2,000. I made $2,000, and I was like, sweet, $2,000. That'd be pretty good. Going on a little trip with it or whatever. And right after I took it out, Mt. Gox happened, and so I had good timing for taking it out. And I was pretty excited. I made $200 off of $15 I had sitting around in an account. And I had more in Mt. Gox that I did lose, not a ton of it, but I did have some. And, is that those mistakes that I made back then, along with, I've had thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin buying it and using it at a software place that I was buying stuff. So not even just the ones that I was holding, but if I just wouldn't have invested in that software and if I would just bought the Bitcoins, I'd probably have $20 million right now. So that is motivation for me to keep going and to not make the same mistake I made before. And when people say to me like, oh, crypto's a scam or whatever, I say, no, look, I know literally where I could be right now. And so you shouldn't make the same mistake I did. So, yeah, I know XLM is Stellar Lumens, but he said XL, didn't he? I had 700,000 XL. So did you guys just assume it was XLM? Interesting Bitcoin to $1 million because if each Satoshi is sold separately. Well, what? Yeah, no problem. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, I talked to a guy, I brought it up a couple times from Dimeco. This guy who's trying to make diamonds a commodity at the Blockchain World Conference or Blockchain World Conference. And, we were talking about this and he says he believes Satoshis will get to a penny. That's probably where it'll settle. And once Satoshis get to a penny, then at that point, we will see the volatility go away. So what do you guys think about that? Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting thought. Yeah, it would be great, wouldn't it? We're a ways away from it happening or not. Look, guys, the supply is only 21 million. Who knows what could happen? I saw this stat. There's not even enough Bitcoins out there in the world for every millionaire to own a Bitcoin. Think about that. There are not enough Bitcoins in the world for every millionaire to own one Bitcoin. It's not going to take much, guys. That's why I believe 38 millionaires or billionaires. There's more than 38 millionaires. 38 million millionaires. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? So when you really put it in perspective like that, if you believe Bitcoin's going to the world currency, like I do for sure, the numbers are going to be astronomical. That's why people say to me, they say, well, what do you think Bitcoin is, or they'll say, what do you think Bitcoin will get to? I believe there's no way it is not going to 1 million. Now, will it get there before John McAfee has to eat his manhood? If I were to guess, I'd say probably not. I think we're pretty behind the curve right now. And if you factor in another bull run and then a bear market, I just don't think we'll get there by then. But you say 5 years? Yeah, I think we'll be at $1 million in 5 years, end of the year, to 40K end of the year. Yeah, Porfia, and that's another factor is you got to factor in is not just that, Bitcoin is going up, it's that the value of the dollar is going down as well. So, yeah, it's in its death throes. I agree with that 100%. I think people are starting to wake up. It's a better economic system. So, how long till come on, that's my boy Dan Dixon. Huh? What are you doing in here, dude? Dude, that's my homeboy right there. That's my IRL. That's my in real life right there. That's my number 2. That's my number 2 dog right there. He's trying to get that hey, have you guys signed up for the EOSGas.io airdrop? It's like $500 for free in crypto. It's only got like 4 steps. It's real easy. You guys go check that out. Also HPB, if you saw my tweet about it, they're giving out tokens too a lot. So I wrote a Medium article for them. I'm doing all kinds of stuff to try to get as many of those because HPB is one that is a really, really, really good project in my opinion. So if you don't know what HPB is, I did a review on it, but it's basically a combination of software, or it's blockchain integrates hardware. So they have this thing called a chip accelerator, and it's supposed to be able to make it where they can do millions of transactions a second. So, but anyways, oh man, if Dan's in here, that means it's probably time for me to go. I've been talking about him the whole time we've been in here. He's a no coiner. He wants to be a coiner bad, but his wife's a no coiner and she won't let him. Poor guy. Poor guy. So anyways, but I like her too. She's okay. She's all right with me. She's my assistant. So looking forward to retesting the highs. Yeah, man, that you know what's so crazy is like right now, if we were to go to 10,000, we would all make money right now if you've been accumulating, you know? Like if it were just go back to 10,000, that would be pretty good. It would be hard to handle like the excitement. When we get back to it does suck. I got my wife to do that airdrop. She's officially a coiner, or she will be when the airdrop happens. So we're talking about trying to get our kids' wallets now. Let me tell you guys, my kids are freaking awesome. I love being a dad. You guys know my boy Crypto Sandy just had his first little girl, first child. Congrats to him on that. But I love being a dad, and my kids love crypto. They're always talking about Tron or BitBoy or whatever it is, talking about Lambos. My little girl the other day was like, I want a purple Lambo, Daddy. She's 5. So I'm raising them right, you know. So I think it makes sense. Crypto Sandy got his daughter $100 worth of Bitcoin that she'll be able to get access on her, on her 18th birthday. So I'm thinking about doing something similar for all 3 of my kids, which would be cool. Hello Kitty Lambo. God, dude, that'd be sweet. If I could afford a Lambo for my daughter, like, I'd be doing pretty good. So I do like sports cars. So a lot of people, somebody asked me this question. They said, what do you think is the dumbest thing that people did with money during the bull run? And I have a very, very, very unpopular opinion. My unpopular opinion about that is people that spend so much money on trips and travel in the world. Like I see it all the time. And now look, that's their own business. I'm whatever they want to do is fine. But for me, I would rather invest in something like a Lambo, as cheesy as that sounds, than going on a, $40,000 around the world cruise. Like, yeah, that's great. But first of all, I could go on a around the world cruise for much cheaper than that and enjoy it. But here's the thing about a cruise. You ain't never getting that money back. You never getting that. You get a dime of that back. You're not getting $10 back on that. You might get some hotel points or something, but that's all you're getting. When you invest in something tangible like a Lambo or I'll just say a vehicle or a house, like at least you actually have something solid that if things were to go south in crypto or there were to be a crash, like you would have something that's worth real value. So that's my unpopular opinion on it. Most people, including a lot of people in my little group I'm in, like they say things like, well, that's the only reason I'm in crypto is to do things like travel. They like to travel. I'm not a travel guy, honestly. I'll travel in the United States. But for me personally, yeah, Lamborghini and houses go up in value. Exactly. For me personally, I don't really like leaving the country. I like America pretty good. I might go visit Australia one day. All my Australia peeps might come have a meetup down there. That would be pretty cool. But for the most part, I don't like foreign food. Sorry about that. I like hamburgers. I like chicken wings. I don't like onions. I don't like peppers. I don't like any. It seems like every other country, that's what they use to cook everything. And a lot of people in America do too, but I know where to eat. I'm very picky. I have the diet of like an 8-year-old child. So I don't know if you see my face has gotten bigger since I started doing these videos. I need to basically all my exercise time has been taken up by crypto. So I actually quit going to the gym. It's really devastating. That's not like me. But you know what? I only got so much time. You can only split your time so many ways, right? So I should do the decentralized dash though, and at least do something. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to wrap it up. I see Crazor, you're talking about I should visit Lisbon. That's where Crypto Love just got back from. He just got back from Lisbon, which is pretty cool. So, Portugal, maybe one day, maybe I'll check it out. But I don't know. Europe doesn't sound like really where I want to be going. I don't know. Just a personal opinion. A little too fancy for me, I guess. I'm just a, you know who I am? America. I'm an America guy, So I've actually been to Mexico, believe it or not. I went to Playa del Carmen when I was a kid. I was probably 13. I've been to some other countries. I've been to the Philippines. Been to the Philippines on a mission trip with my grandpa and in the church I was going to at the time. I went on a mission trip to Honduras. So I've been there. I've been to Canada. So I've been to a few places, but I've never been to Africa, never been to Europe, never been to Asia. So maybe I'd like to go visit Japan or South Korea. I don't know. South Korea feels a little sketchy. I feel like it's got a nuclear bomb pointed at your head. But you know what I like? I like security. I like to be safe. I got a family, you know what I mean? They depend on me. So I don't want to go to someplace where I feel like I may possibly jeopardize my safety. And you know what the truth is? If you don't know your surroundings 100%, you know, and on some level, you're jeopardizing your safety. If something happens in America, I've got a pretty good, you know, I usually have a pretty good plan for everywhere I'm at. You know, if there was a mass shooting or something, I always try to position myself near an exit. I know my way out. I think about stuff like that. But if I was in another country, I feel like I wouldn't have that same kind of security of knowing what I would do. So great job, double BB and C. You should do the Amazing Race. That would be cool. I mean, yeah, I do the Amazing Race. I feel pretty safe doing that. God, I made myself sound like I'm really scared, you know, but the truth is when you got a family that depends on you for everything, like your perspective changes on stuff. So, you know, I know my wife, she grew up without her mom. Her mom passed away, and like, that's really been very sad for her. So, it's affected her in a lot of ways. So I think I try not to put myself in positions where, you know, my kids would ever have to grow up without me. That would be like really, really scary. So, they're now looking you up like you looked them up. LOL. Yeah, that's probably true. So, okay, guys, I got to wrap it up. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes. I feel like we could probably go forever. I will see you guys on Wednesday night live stream. Let's just call it 9:30. Will be good. Yes, Jack, situational awareness will save your life. I have done a shooter course where, God, what do they call it? Like a crisis course where they show you what to do if you were involved in a shooting event. Well, I can't think of what the training is called right now, but it really gets you to think about certain things. And I suggest that for everybody. Your local police station may have one once a year where they do the training to show you what to do if there was a mass shooting. So I definitely believe that's something that's very important. So unfortunately, we're just going to see more of that. You know, I feel like people get more evil. So and guns get, you know, they get to be where they can do more things and shoot more bullets. So always make sure you guys are being safe and everything. And that is my motto. I always stay safe and know my situation, have that situational awareness. Yes, definitely good to be prepared. So you guys be prepared. Wednesday night, coming back with a live stream. I'm going to reach out to some other YouTubers and see if maybe I can get some more on the schedule, which will be kind of cool. And until next time, BitBoy out. Thank you to the Bit Squad showing up in the masses tonight. Have a good night.